The laws of nature are but the mathematical thoughts of God. This statement was said by Euclid of Alexandria in his books, The Elements. Euclid of Alexandria was lived around 300 BC, and he was a prominent mathematician who was known to have compiled an extensive amount of mathematical works of earlier men. Many of us know him because we heard his name in geometry. Euclidean geometry and non-Euclidean geometry is heard all throughout school and even college, universities, and all forms of education. That's because he was well known for his book, The Elements. So, there are 13 books, which is not only about geometry, by the way. There are 465 theorems and proofs, whereas Book 1 till 6 discusses plane geometry, Book 7 till 9 number theory, Book 10 on incommensurables, Book 11 till 13 on solids. And in this opportunity, we're going to discuss a little bit about Euclid's Elements, especially Book 3 and some of the propositions. That's about a circle, and with the help of Math Learning Center, we're going to use their Geoboard because thanks to them, this is possible. Okay, so let's see the proposition. Proposition 20. In a circle, the angle at the center is double the angle at the circumference when the angles have the same circumference as base. So there are two angles and they have the same base. Let's see, let's make that first. Let's use what first? Why not? One is at the center, right? And it has a base. And then another one, let's say red. Wait, no, that's not how it is. Here. It also have the same base, but it's on the circumference. Let's see. Let's make sure that we have the right form of everything, right? In a circle, the angle at the center, this one, is double the angle at the circumference. This is the angle at the circumference, right? Okay. When the angle have the same circumference at the base. Okay. They have the same base. So that's it. Supposedly, this is half the size of this. Or in other words, this is twice this. So let's see. Let's see. First of all, let's put a ruler here. Just a little bit to show the sizes, even though it doesn't have much. But we know now that this is 2 blocks, right? There are 2 blocks here, for sure. Now let's see if this we don't know if it's 1 block, but it's supposed to be 1 block as proposed by Euclid. So let's put a color on it, and then we'll copy it and we'll drag it around here. We'll see if it fits. If it fits, it sits. Okay. There you go. There you go. Perfect fit. 1 for 1. So that means it's true, right? One of these is 2 of these. Or, well, in formal words, the angle at the center is twice the size of the angle at the circumference. So there goes. Euclid has done it again. Next proposition, proposition 21. Okay, before we do that, of course, I want to reset this first. Okay. Proposition 21. In a circle, the angles in the same segment are equal to one another. Let's see. So there are angles in one circle, and they're within the same segment too. But there has to be more than one, right? Let's use blue because we haven't. There's an angle with a base. Let's see. Let's make this the base, right? Because let's change something up. Okay, this is an angle, and it has a base. And supposedly, if it has the same base, the angles are supposed to be the same all throughout. So let's see. I'll take gray just because it has to have the same base. So there it is. Okay, let's give it a ruler. We don't need it for this one, do we? Yeah, we don't. Okay, so I'll just copy one, and then we want to see if it's the same with the other one. Of course, this will be way easier if you have the pegboard. You can also make it on your own. It's very simple. There goes. It's the same exact size. It turns gray. Okay, anyway, let's try another one, right? Now that we have proved this one to be true, let's see if the rest are true as well. Oh, well, to be fair, we don't have to do that, but I want to ask you now. If this and this is the same, is this going to be the same? Chances are, right? But let's see. How about this? Does it look like it'll be the same? Does it? Supposedly, so let's try again. Bring this, copy it, and then try it again. Ugh, no, that's my fault. Never mind, I'll delete it. But anyway, you can see, right? It's the same size. But now, let's see. Will this work? Will this work? And lastly, will this work? Will this angle equal to this angle? I'll give you 10. Never mind, it's enough time. Anyway, this isn't going to be the same. Why? Because the segment isn't the same anymore. There's no angle at the circumference because this is all just a chord. That's why this one doesn't work. But this does. This does. And that's why we prove it on the other side. Okay. Now that we've proven this, let's reset this. And then let's see the last proposition that we're going to discuss today. Well, in this opportunity. Anyway, proposition 31. In a semicircle, the angle is a right angle. Very concise wordings, Euclid. Anyway, in a semicircle, we should have a semicircle. I can use the rubber bands to make a semicircle, but we know that a semicircle is just half a normal circle, right? So let's not. Let's just assume that there's a boundary here, and we'll only use the top half or the bottom half. At the moment, we use the top. Anyway, in a semicircle, the angle is a right angle. Let's see. So we'll have a semicircle. There you go. A semicircle. And then we grab the angle here. And then Euclid said that this is a right angle. But how do we know? How do we know? We don't. But anyway, there could have been another one on the bottom, right? Let's assume that it's a normal circle for a moment. Just so we can see how it's shaped. Now we can see that this is a square, right? It's a square inscribed in a circle. How do we know that this is a circle? And this is a circle. This is a square. Because this is the diameter. Here, and here, and here, and here. It's the same length. Which means that this is a, well, if it's not even a circle, which it is, but we know that it has the same length, so it is a square. Which means if it's a square, that this is a right angle, right? And now that's one thing, right? Let's try other angles as well. I mean, this is not the only probability. Let's see. This, take it up here, then up. There you go. How do we know that this is a right angle now? Well, we'll do the same thing. We'll color it, we'll copy it, and then we'll check if it fits. Hmm. 。 It fits, huh? Okay, it's kind of hard here, but anyway. It fits. Now, let's delete that one. And, well, try other ones as well. Maybe these two seem obvious, right? Because, I mean, they have the size. How about this one? We'll have the semicircle, and then we'll have the angle very steep up here. And Euclid said that this can also be a right angle. No, not can. Will always be a right angle. Let's see. Let's check once again. We'll color it, and we'll copy it, and we'll flip it all the way. Let's see. Let's make this one the same. And we'll do this. Ta-da! It's exactly the same. And there it is. Sorry, I clicked that again. But anyway, there it is. We proved the last proposition. And that concludes this presentation. But thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something. And if you want to use this for further learning, because, well, to be honest, you can do much with this other than Euclids. If you just want to explore stuff, I'll give you the links to use this on the bottom. Oh, I skipped one. Never mind. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.